What's up guys, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're driving and vibing.
Today we're diving back into the AIRSTREAM renovation and we're going to be restoring the taillights for the AIRSTREAM, so stay tuned.
So our goal for today is to remove these lenses and the cans from the back. We're going to be replacing both of those, but we're going to be keeping this plastic housing on the outside because it's harder to find and it was pretty expensive. So we're just going to clean this one up a little bit, repaint it, and then reinstall the new lenses and the new taillight cans.
So the next step is to unscrew all of these taillight lenses. In addition, we'll be unscrewing these cans at the same time. And then once we do that, we'll clean up this plastic frame and get these ready to reinstall the new cans and the new lenses. In addition to the cans being screwed on, they are also riveted on in one place. I'm not sure why they did that, but we gotta pop out these rivets real quick, so gotta get the drill out.
Now that Kyle got the lights out, I'm going to just kind of clean this up with a scrub brush and some water and clean some of the outside dirt off, and then I'll probably just take a really fine sandpaper and kind of get this leftover paint off as good as I can, and then we'll let it dry and repaint that later. In the meantime, Kyle is going to go to the store and pick up some new screws to replace the rusty ones we took out and get some like plastic Bondo to fix this area where one of the screw holes was broken out. So I just got done scrubbing off that kind of surface grime on the plastic housing, and now I just found some like really fine grit sandpaper, and I'm just gonna scrub off that old paint that's kind of peeling off and try to get a level surface for our new paint. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but it'll also kind of help get off that little bit of rust that's left on there too. That last one had barely any paint left on it anyway, so it's almost back to its basic plastic. They're almost too smooth. They might need to be roughed up a little bit for the paint to stick well, but they look pretty good to me. We're gonna let these dry and then we'll paint them.
Alright y'all, so now that Olivia has cleaned up these plastic frames, I'm going to use this quick weld stuff to just coat over all these holes, each and every hole, and this one cracked area right here. The purpose for doing this is just so we can get a good solid connection whenever we re-screw it in. I wouldn't say this step is essential, but since we'll be traveling in the AIRSTREAM full time, I really want to make sure that all this has the best and most secure fasten as possible. All right, so we got the sealant on both of these little frames right here. This one is all on the back side, so the front looks pretty clean. And like I said, it's probably not necessary, but it's just so once we re-screw this that we get a tighter seal. We'll see if it works or not, but no matter what, on this other one we had to kind of reconstruct a piece of plastic, so I thought we might as well just put it all to use. But now I'm going to go ahead and get this one prepared for painting. Since it's all done on the back side, I feel confident that I can go ahead and paint this one. I'm gonna let this other one set up for a little bit longer before I lay some paint on it. But let's go ahead and see what the paint looks like. Alright y'all, so yesterday I finished by getting these painted and they're looking pretty sharp today, but I wanted them to dry overnight so they would be in the best condition today to reinstall the new cans and the new lenses. So let me show you the cans and lenses. Now we purchased all of this stuff from VintageTrailerSupply.com. It's one of the go-tos to get a lot of these Airstream pieces for vintage Airstreams, and it's been pretty helpful. This is what the can looks like compared to the old cans we had that were all rusty. I mean, these are definitely needed. We had to have these. The one thing I don't like about them is that they still use the bulb technology rather than LEDs, but hey, that keeps the vintage look alive, I guess. In addition to the cans, we also got new lenses for good measure. The old lenses were just cracked and looking hazy, so we'll get these ones installed too. I did not like that I had to order all these pieces separately. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I would have preferred if they all came in a package. Alright, now that we got the cans and the lenses on and secure, let's go ahead and screw this in to its housing and see what it looks like. Now I'm doing this by hand because I want to be gentle with it. I want to make sure the first time we put it back in there that everything's aligned right and that we're putting the right side in, just because the smallest difference could make a big deal. So just being gentle with it. Alright, so we got those on. What are you thinking about them, Olivia?
I think they look super clean and super sharp. Sorry, I'm losing my voice today, so I haven't been on camera much, but I think they look great.
Yeah, they're very stark white right now compared to the dinginess of the Argosy. And we aren't against repainting them, having them to do whatever we have to do to make it match. We just wanted to get that one layer of paint on so we could clean it up. Yeah,
we could eventually take those lenses off and match it to whatever color is gonna be on that section of the trailer. But we wanted to clean them up, get them looking nice, get them ready, do the little projects we can while we wait on our wires to get here.
Exactly. So it's nice to have brand new wiring on those lights and the brand new cans. Next thing I'm going to be tackling are putting on new running lights and the top lights on the Argosy. So that way, once the wires come in, we can hook up the whole 7-prong system that connects to the truck.
yeah, and in the meantime we can replace all of our little reflectors around the camper as well, and just do little odds and ends, things like that, and kind of re-seal them.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you click that subscribe button to stay up to date with these Argosy renovations.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Later on.